Hey, what's up everyone? This is Zach, and I am here with an album review for you guys. This is another paid request, this time from Total Meltdown 2, who wanted me to review some White Zombie. So I thought, okay, cool. I don't think I've heard anything from White Zombie, so I'm definitely interested in checking this out. And I believe this is Rob Zombie's band too, the band that he did. So before we go any further, if anyone else would like to send in any paid requests, you can message me on social media, preferably Instagram, but if you do have me on Facebook or you have me on Discord, you can message me there. I'll give you my Cash App and we will go from there. Also, if anyone needs thumbnails made for them for their content, of course, let me know and we can work something out with that as well. But again, if anyone else would like to send in a paid request, just let me know on social media. It could be a music review, a movie review, a discussion video, whatever it is you want, within reason, of course. Just feel free to message me. So there you go. So White Zombie, Devil Music Volume 1. I have to say, this album was a pleasant surprise, and I actually thought that this album was pretty solid. Now, what's interesting is White Zombie, I think, has only had a few albums, 4 albums to their name, and that was basically it. And, I mean, obviously they have their fan base and everything, they have their following, so, you know, bands like White Zombie, you know, are just, bands like this show that, you know, you don't have to have a lengthy discography to, you know, be a big band and have a following and everything. Obviously, you know, it depends on many different things. I mean, you look at a band like Nirvana, who has only had, 3 albums, and look how big they are, so there you go. But I believe White Zombie falls under the, I think, groove metal category, which I actually do like some groove metal. So White Zombie, like the type of music they do make music that I would listen to. And when I first heard them, I thought, okay, this kind of reminds me of Pantera, particularly this album, since this was my introduction to White Zombie. And I definitely heard some Pantera, and I think Pantera falls under that groove metal category as well, which again, you know, I do like some of that stuff. I know Demon Hunter does do some groove metal stuff as well. I think Prong does as well. And Prong is another band that I would like to check out at some point as well. But this album here from White Zombie, I thought was solid. I thought it was a very consistent metal record. I mean, I don't think that there was a weak song on it. I thought it was very consistent. And I really dig the riff work on the album, especially the riff work in Soul Crusher. Maybe one of my favorites on this album. Some of the riffs in that song kind of reminds me of early In Flames, like Lunar Strain Subterranean era In Flames. It's probably that heavy metal of the 90s sound, that guitar sound, so there you go. So I definitely dig the guitar work, the drum work on this album. I thought it all sounded very good, the production and everything. Vocally, yeah, you can definitely tell, like, it's very much like stuff like Pantera and just that whole groove metal sound, which, you know, I'm definitely all in for. I definitely do dig that stuff. And as far as the singles, I think this album does have some pretty strong singles. Black Sunshine probably being one of my favorites on the album, and probably my favorite of the more well-known songs on this album. And I think this album was a commercial success for them. So yeah, it's a pretty big album for White Zombie. So yeah, this I thought was a good introduction. Now, I haven't heard any of the other stuff that White Zombie has done, but I did get a request to review another White Zombie album, which we will get to here soon. But this album, Devil Music Volume 1, I thought was solid. I actually didn't mind this. This was pretty good. So if I were to give this a rating or a score, I'm kind of thinking probably a light 8 out of 10. I did like this. I did like this album. I thought it was solid. It does sound like something that I would listen to, and is this anything that I would be listening to again? Maybe, yeah, maybe. I mean, I definitely thought that this was good. If you like groove metal or just this type of metal in general, this is definitely something that you should check out. So there you go. So thank you, Total Meltdown 2, for the request. It means a lot. We will be getting to the other White Zombie album that was requested here soon. So stay tuned for that. So that's about it for this review. Overall, I thought that this was solid. A very consistent groove metal album. And yeah, so far I definitely like what I've heard from White Zombie. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching and have a good one.